What is up, everybody? JT Dangerously here once again. I am back to do my 2022 Stanley Cup Playoffs second round predictions. After a wild and crazy first round, we are now into the second round of the Stanley Cup Playoffs, and we will find out which four teams will advance to their respective conference finals. So I'm extremely excited to do my second round predictions for you guys this year in the 2022 Stanley Cup Playoffs, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Now, our record in the first round was absolutely fantastic. We went 7-1. Maybe our best record in the first round of the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the channel, and I'm looking to keep it that way. So over in this video, we will continue the winning ways and get another postseason winning record. Hopefully. Now, if you guys haven't checked out my 2022 NBA playoffs, Eastern and Western Conference Finals predictions video yet, definitely go check it out if you haven't, guys, because this is the second video of the day. So hope you guys are able to watch this video and all the fantastic videos we got on deck on the channel on this massive and monster month of May this year. And as always, show your support the channel as always, guys, by watching these videos, super kicking those like buttons, hitting that notification bell, and commenting your picks, your opinions, and representing your NHL squads in the comment sections down below. Now, if this is your first time watching my channel today, guys, as a first-time viewer and this is your first video, boy, pick the good one if you're a huge fan of the NHL like myself and you're ready for the second round of the 2022 Stanley Cup Playoffs. Welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I'm JT Dangerously. Welcome to the club, because this club is two. Whoop whoop again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into these second round predictions. Let's start off first in the Eastern Conference, starting in the Atlantic Division between two squads out of Florida fighting for a spot in the Eastern Conference Finals. Between the President's Trophy winners, the Florida Panthers, facing the reigning back-to-back Stanley Cup champions, the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, this is only the second playoff meeting between Florida and Tampa Bay. The Lightning won the last meeting over the Panthers last year in the Eastern Conference first round, so this is the much anticipated rematch. Now, starting off with the President's Trophy winners, the Florida Panthers, they are coming off their first round series win over the Washington Capitals. And let me just say something about the Capitals. The Capitals gave Florida a run for their money, that is for sure. And I think Ovechkin will bring this Capitals team back next season. But the Panthers got it done, and the Panthers are back in the second round for the second consecutive year. And they are looking to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since 1996. So Panthers fans have been waiting 26 years to see their team back in the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, players to look out for on this Florida Panthers squad in the second round, players like Carter Verhaeghe, 6 goals, 6 assists. Alexander Barkov, 2 goals, 4 assists. The former Flyer, Claude Giroux, 3 goals, 4 assists. Aaron Ekblom with a goal and 4 assists. Sam Reinhart with 2 goals, 1 assist. And a Hart Trophy nominee, Jonathan Huberdeau, with a goal and 2 assists. There inside you have the reigning back-to-back Stanley Cup champions, the Tampa Bay Lightning, coming off their first round Game 7 victory over the Toronto Maple Leafs. And let me just say something about the Maple Leafs. The infinite nightmare continues for this franchise. They just cannot get past the first round. They got eliminated last year in 7, and they got eliminated this year in 7. And for me, I feel bad for guys like Austin Matthews, who had an amazing regular season, just to be stopped and denied from a long playoff run with the Maple Leafs. And I think if he's smart, he better start thinking of leaving, because he's been there. They had amazing regular seasons, but they just cannot get past the postseason. But the Lightning did get it done, and the Lightning are back in the second round for the second consecutive year. And the Lightning are looking to advance to their third consecutive Eastern Conference Finals and defend their crown. Now, players to look out for on this Tampa Bay Lightning squad, players like Nikita Kucherov, 2 goals, 6 assists. Victor Hedman, 2 goals, 5 assists. Andre Palat, 3 goals, 2 assists. Ross Colton, 3 goals, 2 assists. Braden Point, 2 goals, 2 assists. And Steven Stamkos with 2 goals and 2 assists. So coming from me in this Sunshine State showdown in the Atlantic Division, to see who will advance to this year's Eastern Conference Finals, this is going to be a fantastic series. 2 of the best teams out of Florida in the NHL fighting to see who makes it to the conference finals. This series is going to go 6, maybe 7, but coming from me, Stanley Cup playoff experience is absolutely key in this series. So coming from me, as much as I would love to see Florida make it to the conference finals for the first time since '96, I am going to go with the reigning back-to-back Stanley Cup champions, the Tampa Bay Lightning, to get it done and defeat the Florida Panthers and advance to their third consecutive Eastern Conference Finals and defend their crown. And now the final second-round showdown in the Eastern Conference coming out of the Metropolitan Division between the Carolina Hurricanes facing the New York Rangers. Now this is only the second playoff meeting between Carolina and the Rangers. The Hurricanes won the last meeting over the Rangers all the way back at the 2020 Stanley Cup qualifier. So these two have not met each other in over 2 years. Now starting off with the Carolina Hurricanes first, they are coming off their first round Game 7 victory over the Boston Bruins in the first round. And let me just say something about the Bruins. The Bruins gave Carolina a fight, that is for sure, but they just fell short in Game 7. But Boston will definitely get back to the playoffs next year. But the Hurricanes got it done, and the Hurricanes are back in the second round for the second consecutive year, and they are looking to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since 2019. So Hurricanes fans have been waiting 3 years to get back to the conference finals. Now, players to look out for on this Carolina Hurricane squad, players like Tony DeAngelo, 1 goal, 7 assists. Vincent Trocheck, 3 goals, 4 assists. Jacob Slavin, 2 goals, 6 assists. Sebastian Aho, 2 goals, 4 assists. Tiervo Teravainen, 2 goals, 5 assists. And Nito Niederreiter with 3 goals and 1 assist. There is you have the New York Rangers coming off their comeback Game 7 victory in the first round after being down 3 games to 1, eliminating the Pittsburgh Penguins. And let me just say something about the Penguins. I'm happy they're out, but I think this is the end of an era. I don't know if Malkin's going to stay. I don't know if Letang's going to stay. I don't know if Crosby's going to stay, but I feel like it's the end of the era in Pittsburgh with that core 3. But the Rangers did get it done, and the Rangers are back in the second round of the playoffs for the first time since 2017. So Rangers fans have been waiting 5 years to get back to the second round of the playoffs, and they are looking to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in over 7 years. Now, players to look out for on this New York Rangers squad, players like Adam Fox, 3 goals, 7 assists. Mika Zibanejad, 3 goals, 8 assists. Chris Kreider, 5 goals, 2 assists. Artemi Panarin, 3 goals, 4 assists. And Andre Koop with 4 goals, 3 assists. So coming from me in this final second round showdown in the Eastern Conference coming out of the Metropolitan Division to see who will advance to this year's Eastern Conference Finals. Ooh, this one's going to be a good series. I can see this series going 6, maybe 7, but coming from me, I don't think Carolina's going to be as merciful as Pittsburgh was giving up a 3-1 lead. So coming from me, I am going to go with Sebastian Aho and the Carolina Hurricanes to get it done here and defeat the New York Rangers and advance to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since 2019. And now on to the Western Conference, starting in the Central Division with the Colorado Avalanche facing the St. Louis Blues. Now, this is the third playoff meeting between Colorado and St. Louis. The Avs have won the last 2 playoff meetings over the Blues, dating all the way back to the 2001 Western Conference Finals and their last meeting last year in the Western Conference first round. Now, starting off with the Colorado Avalanche first, they are coming off their 4-game sweep of the Nashville Predators in the first round. And let me just say something about the Predators. They just ran into an avalanche, no pun intended, but I think the Predators will make the playoffs next year. But the Avalanche got it done, and the Avalanche are back in the second round for the second consecutive year, but history in the second round has not been kind to the Avalanche, because here is a Stanley Cup playoffs dangerous fact. Since the Avalanche last trip to the Western Conference Finals over 20 years ago, the Avalanche are winless in the second round. They are 0-6. So the Avalanche are looking to end this long losing streak here in the second round and advance to the Western Conference Finals for the first time since 2002. Now, players to look out for on this Colorado Avalanche squad, players like Cale Makar, 3 goals, 7 assists. Gabriel Landeskog, 3 goals, 3 assists. Nathan MacKinnon, 5 goals and an assist. Mikko Rantanen with 5 assists. And Devon Taves with 3 goals, 2 assists. There inside you have the St. Louis Blues coming off their first round series win over the Minnesota Wild. And let me just say something about the Wild. Every year it seems like they get knocked out of the first round. It's just pretty sad that this franchise cannot get past the second round of the playoffs. But the Blues got it done, and the Blues are back in the second round of the playoffs for the first time since 2019. And they are looking to advance to the Western Conference Finals for the first time in over 3 years. And that Blues team went on to win the Stanley Cup. So is history on their side this year. Now, players to look out for on the St. Louis Blues squad, players like David Perron, 5 goals, 4 assists. Ryan O'Reilly, 5 goals, 3 assists. Vladimir Tarasenko, 5 goals, 1 assist. Jordan Kyrou with 3 goals, 1 assist. And Justin Falk with 4 assists. So coming from me in this second round showdown out of the Central Division to see who will advance to this year's Western Conference Finals. This is going to be a good series. I can see this series going 5, maybe 6, but coming from me, I'm going with the best team in the West, and that is the Colorado Avalanche to get it done and defeat the St. Louis Blues and advance to the Western Conference Finals for the first time in 20 years. And now the final Western Conference second round showdown coming out of the Pacific. It is the Battle of Alberta between two squads coming out of the Great White North. The Calgary Flames facing the Edmonton Oilers. Now this is the sixth playoff meeting between Calgary and Edmonton. The Oilers lead the old-time series 4-1. Now the Oilers won the last series over the Flames all the way back in the 1991 Western Conference Finals and Western Conference first round in 7 games. And the Flames' last victory over the Oilers in the playoffs, you have to go all the way back to the 1986 Western Conference semifinals. So the Flames have not beaten the Oilers in the playoffs in nearly 36 years. Now starting off with the Flames, they are coming off their Game 7 first round victory over the Dallas Stars. And let me just say something about the Dallas Stars. Dallas will definitely be back. If the big Joe Pavelski is back there, they're definitely going to get back to the playoffs next season. But the Flames got it done, and the Flames are back in the second round for the first time since 2015. So Flames fans have been waiting 7 years to get back to the second round of the playoffs, and they are looking to advance to the Western Conference Finals for the first time since 2004. And that Flames squad made it to the Stanley Cup Finals before losing to Tampa Bay. So it's been 18 years since the Flames have not been to the Western Conference Finals. Now, players to look out for on this Calgary Flames squad, players like Johnny Gaudreau, who was the game winner, the guy who got the game-winning goal in overtime over the Dallas Stars in Game 7 with 2 goals, 6 assists. Elias Lindholm with 3 goals, 2 assists. Mikael Backlund with 2 goals, 1 assist. Trevor Lewis with 2 goals, 1 assist. And Matthew Tkachuk, who had a goal in that Game 7 victory over Dallas with a goal and 5 assists. Their side, you have the Edmonton Oilers coming off their first round Game 7 victory, defeating those terrible LA Kings. And let me just say something about the Kings in the best way possible as a longtime San Jose Sharks fan. Felt so good, let's do it again. Love seeing the Kings get eliminated as a Sharks fan. That was the one thing that made me happy in the first round. So again, thank you Edmonton for eliminating those Burger Kings. And the Edmonton Oilers are back in the second round of the playoffs for the first time since 2017. So Oilers fans have been waiting 5 years to get back to the second round of the playoffs. And they are looking to advance to the Western Conference Finals for the first time since 2006. And that was the team that made it to the Stanley Cup Finals before losing to Anaheim. So Oilers fans have been waiting 16 years to get back to the Western Conference Finals. Now, players to look out for on this very talented Edmonton Oilers squad, players like Connor McDavid with 4 goals, 10 assists. Evander Kane, a former San Jose Shark, 7 goals, 2 assists. Leon Draisaitl with 5 goals, 4 assists. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with 2 goals, 3 assists. And Evan Bouchard with 5 assists. So coming from me in the Battle of Alberta in the Pacific Division between these two squads from the Great White North to see who will advance to this year's Western Conference Finals. This is going to be a fantastic series in the Pacific. I think this series is going to go 6, maybe 7. You got 2 fantastic goalies in Mike Smith for Edmonton and Jacob Markstrom for Calgary. You got fantastic players like Johnny Gaudreau versus Connor McDavid. You got Tkachuk versus Kane and Draisaitl. This one's going to be a good series. But coming from me, I may get this one wrong, but I am going to go with Johnny Gaudreau and the Calgary Flames to get it done here and defeat the Edmonton Oilers and advance to the Western Conference Finals for the first time since 2004. And those are my 2022 Stanley Cup Playoffs second round predictions. Now, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Comment below. Who do you see winning all of these second round showdowns in this year's Stanley Cup Playoffs? Who do you see winning the Sunshine State Showdown between Florida and Tampa in the Atlantic? Who do you see winning between Carolina and the Rangers in the Metropolitan? Who do you see winning between Colorado and St. Louis in the Central? And who do you see winning the Battle of Alberta between Calgary and Edmonton? Let me know all of your picks and let me know what is your potential Eastern Conference Finals showdown in the Eastern Conference and who do you see making it to the Western Conference Finals in the Western Conference? Let me know all of your picks and as always, represent your NHL teams in the comment section. Even if they didn't make the playoffs like my Sharks and my Devils or were eliminated in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs, represent your NHL squad. Let's have a conversation about it. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course, reply right back to me because comments and your opinions are absolutely always welcome on this channel. Now, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Now, before you guys go, as always, you guys can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with your friends, of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. Of course, guys can never forget to do this as well. that subscribe button, become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. We're over 1,000 subscribers on the channel. So again, thank you guys so very much for all the support. And if you guys are not subscribed to the channel yet, what are you guys waiting for? If you're a fan of professional wrestling, when it comes to New Japan Pro Wrestling, All Elite Wrestling, Ring of Honor Wrestling, and the WWE, and you're a fan of professional sports when it comes to the NHL, the NBA, Major League Baseball, the NFL, and college football, super kick that subscribe button, folks. It's free, and you become part of this bigger, dangerous alliance. And I will see you guys next week for my official AEW's Double or Nothing 4 2022 predictions. Punk Page, Rosa Serena Deeb, and the finals of the men's and women's Owen Hart Cup. Later days, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Stay safe. Later days, and peace. The quest for the cup continues.